I'm now going to carefully explain why I think that the Horizon Zero Dawn map was given a massive facelift and a remastering, perhaps, and it exists somewhere in the Horizon Forbidden West game. And not only that, but somewhere in Horizon Forbidden West, this remastered and facelifted Horizon Zero Dawn map is playable. Somewhere. And here's why I think that. So, first, we're going to preface all of this with an example of something important. If we look at the closing cinematic to Horizon Zero Dawn, this is when Aloy, that's Sally Jane, this is when Aloy is riding to Sobek Ranch, right? Right. Here she comes, there's the sign for Sobek Ranch, and you may think this is just a pre-rendered cutscene, meaning that this is not a real location. It doesn't exist anywhere, it's just a prop location. But in fact you are wrong, because here it is. This is Sobek Ranch. Here's the car we see in that camera angle. There's the highway off in the distance, right? And if we go up here, here is Elizabeth Sobek. There she is in her final resting place. And not only that, but we can in fact imitate a camera angle for this. So I'm currently playing as Kotakali. Everybody should watch the Song of Kotakali. That is the original character series I made for it. So I can detach my camera here, set Kotakali up, adjust the time a little bit so we have some more dramatic lighting, pause it, move the camera, that looks pretty good, and now all of a sudden I have a cinematic camera angle, and I can control what Kotakali does. So it stands to reason that the developers at Guerrilla Games used this exact method to film the cutscenes in Horizon Zero Dawn. They didn't pre-render them in non-existent places. They are real places, and they are places you can go. If we take a look at the map, we are far to the southeast of the Embrace. There's the Titan, there's the Embrace, and here we are in this black area. All of this black area is massive, mostly or fully developed wilderness. It isn't just nothing. Sometimes behemoth convoys spawn outside of the map, and there's even a campfire way out here to the southwest. But the important thing to remember here is that all of this exists in the game. On console, on PC, everywhere. See, here's the freeway that we see Aloy riding across in the cinematic in the final cutscene to the end of the game. And so this means, as I said, that in order to create these cutscenes, the developers made real locations and put their characters in these locations to create the cutscenes. And this is proof, because here is Elizabeth Sobek, and here is Sobek Ranch, and there is Elizabeth Sobek. Aloy is walking up to her in this exact location. It isn't a prop world. They adjust the lighting, they adjust the camera angles, they use whatever post-production tools and camera tools they have in order to make these cinematics. But the bottom line here is that this is a real location. Okay? It is a real location. It is not a prop world, it is not pretend. It is not rendered in some CGI film and then put into the game. This is a real place. And when we go to Meridian in Forbidden West, we're going to take a look at it here. We see Meridian, don't we? We get to go there. Here is Aloy riding across the bridge in Meridian. That's a real location. There she is riding away from it. There's the cliff. There are some ruins in the background. And when I made my recreation of it, I was able to find most of these locations and recreate it. So let's look at my comparison video here. Here's the tall neck. This is important. This is the tall neck in the water of the canyon that you go to in Zero Dawn. Here's the same tall neck in a remastered location. You can see the elevation is different, it's much more massive, the lighting is improved, but that is in fact the same location. Just like this. These ruins. I found it, I found the exact spot, and I filmed it. Just the way it is in the Forbidden West cutscene. Just the way this pathway is in Meridian. Just the way the cauldron is in this scene. Or the satellite dishes in this cut. And these rock formations in the sandstone. And there is Sunfall. And you can see important differences here. The towers are different. In the bottom right here, these rocks have all been improved. There's less bushes, there's more sand. These angled bits of metal here along the sun ring in the arena are different. It's all improved. It's all been remastered. Right? Same with this. There's the archway, the island in the middle, the different towers, the scaling, the rocks. It's all been improved. Some of these locations were new. For example, let's see. This one. This shot does not exist in Zero Dawn. I couldn't find it. And I'm intimately familiar with the map in Zero Dawn. But it's not there. So I had to find something close. So some of these angles are new places. But the important thing is that many of them, most of them, are revisited locations. Because that is the point of the opening cinematic in Forbidden West. One of the points is we're saying goodbye to the map of Zero Dawn. It's our last farewell as Aloy rides to the west. Right? So, let's open up our editor and we're going to look at something very important here. This is Aloy walking across the snowy ridgeline. And there she is walking past the dead charger. But did you notice something there? Let's go back and look. Ridgeline, charger. This is the actual in-game cutscene. The actual in-game cinematic. If we go back a few frames, you will notice something between this shot and that shot. It's not just one jump. There's something in between there. If we go back keyframes, look at this. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 frames of Aloy standing on a hill. This is in the actual cutscene. It's there by mistake. It's obviously there by some kind of mistake. It's not supposed to be there. But we see Aloy in a third-person, over-the-shoulder camera view, as if you were playing the game. That's the way the camera angle looks like when you're playing the game. There's Aloy standing on a hill. Which hill? This hill. So what that tells me is Aloy is walking on that location physically, in the actual physical game. And they positioned her to set the camera angles up to film the scene. And then she actually walks across it, just in the way I imitated, and they created the cutscene. These 3 frames aren't supposed to be there. This is a mistake. But it's in the actual cinematic. You can go and watch it. You can go and watch it right now. I'm not sure if they've patched it out yet, but in the original one, this was right here. Aloy, a rogue shot in the cinematic, standing on this hill in a mistake camera angle, which looks like a gameplay camera angle. So, as we have proved that Sobek Ranch is real, and they filmed these cinematics by putting Aloy in these actual locations, now we have evidence that Aloy is in this actual location. Which means that all of this Horizon Zero Dawn map we see that has been improved and remastered and given a facelift, it's a huge portion of the map, and we see it, don't we? We see the jewel when we're in Meridian, we see the embrace in the far distance, we see Sunfall, we see the rest of the city of Meridian, we see all of that. We see the mountains, we see the mountain ranges for the cut far away. It's all there. Which means that most of, if not all, of the Horizon Zero Dawn map was remastered and given this facelift. Look at how improved this is. Look at the massive improvement they have done to this cauldron entrance. All of this stuff. What this means is that this exists. It exists in the game. It's not a pre-rendered cutscene that was filmed and edited and injected into the game to play between scenes. This is something that Aloy actually physically rode through, which means it physically exists in the Horizon Forbidden West game files somewhere, which means that the Horizon Zero Dawn map was remastered and improved, and it's playable somewhere in Horizon Forbidden West. And I think that's pretty exciting. I think that's pretty cool. Alright, that's all I got. Farewell.